Welcome back to the Retired Guy's Journal. I've recently started the hobby of shooting these PCP air guns, and today I'm going to shoot one that I've acquired, and this is the Umarex Notos. It has a built-in silencer on it. These are quite loud without the silencer on them. And it's a PCP gun. There's a pressure gauge, and they pressurize that to about 330 psi, 350 psi. And then of course I have a little red green dot sight on it that I've installed. And it has the collapsible buttstock. And I've fired this a few times. It's very, very accurate. And right now I'm shooting at exactly 120 feet, which is 40 yards away. And we'll see how it does. These are quite powerful. You can shoot small game with them. This is also a removable buttstock, so it'll be like a long pistol without it. But the buttstock removes from here. In later episodes, I have other air guns, PCP guns, not the regular BB guns or nothing like that. They're not very powerful. This thing right here is about like, this is also in the 22 caliber pellets, and it's about as powerful as a pellet rifle or 22. It travels about 760 feet per second. It's and at 120 feet, there's no pellet drop at all that I could tell. Due to my yard constraints and the heat of the day, I won't take the target out any farther out in that hot sun. But anyway, we'll be shooting this target. So there's our target, and I'll zoom you in so you can see it. There it is. And that's as close as I can get to zoom in, I think. Let me see. Yeah, that's as close as I can get it to zoom in. But we'll be shooting that today and aiming at the very center bullseye. So here we go. So here we go. 120 yards later, there's our shots. Every single one into the bullseye. Like I said, that's a very accurate rifle. And using only a red dot sight, falls, looks like 7 shots, dead into the bullseye. So I would say that's a darn good rifle. And darn good grouping. So I'm quite impressed with this. It's a very nice rifle. Highly recommend it. For a PCP, this is very inexpensive. I ordered it off of Amazon. I think it was like $270, something like that. And I don't know what more you could ask for. This competes up there with those rifles costing thousands of dollars. I also have Well, let me pause. As I started to say, I also have a Hatson. Oops, little technical failure there. I also have a Hatson pellet pistol. It's also in the 25 caliber, and it was. Let's see. I think I paid $412. I think for it, but it came with the silencer and two air chambers that you can change out. And then on order, I have a Huben GK1 Shorty, which is a small concealed carry type, which is by far the most powerful of all of the pistols I have. It shoots at like, what is it? Over 1,000 psi, over 1,000 feet per second, rather. I think it averages around. I ordered it in the 25 caliber, and I think it travels on average just around 800 feet per second. And it's an automatic pistol, semi-automatic pistol. And I had to order it, and it's still not here. I've had it on order since July. Now it's towards the end of August. And they said they'll be shipping them coming first part of September. Now that's quite a serious gun that I'm very anxious to get my hands on. And I ordered that one, and it's been modified and stuff. You can buy it modified into it's called a Shorty, which has a real short barrel. But the build quality on that is way above what these ones are. These are very nice guns, by the way. But the build quality on that is something else. And I'm anxiously awaiting its arrival. But they're quite expensive. It was $1,600. And yeah, these PCP guns can run into the thousands, actually. I've seen them as high as some of the rifles go for over $4,000. Like very serious shooting and taking down game with them. They're as powerful as your powder guns. The only thing is if you're not allowed to own a gun, a powder gun, this is quite the alternative for home defense. I have them because I live within city limits, even though we have acreage here. I still can live in city limits, and I have fired my firearms to shoot snakes and stuff like that. And then I wanted to figure out a way to do it a little more quietly than with the shotgun or my .22 rifle. So that got me interested in these pellet guns. And of course I got a few cheapos like the Crossman 177 BB pellet pistol and a few other guns I've had. I had a Gammo, what they call the Gammo Bone Crusher, which is a very nice rifle that you can order off of Amazon for $269. I gifted that to somebody because they really liked it. And I had these other ones, so I just gifted it to them. It was also powerful enough to take down game with it. This Umarex Notos that I'm shooting now, I had a small cottonmouth snake up here. It was a small baby one. And like 20 feet away, I took its head clear off. So even though I really didn't care, the snake didn't suffer, and I threw it in my lake to feed the fish. But anyhow, so these are really good for varmints and stuff like that. and they don't make any noise as long as you have a suppressor on them. Now, if you don't have a suppressor on them, they can be as loud as like a 22. They're pretty loud, so, because the pellet's traveling so fast, it's breaking the speed of sound. So they're very loud. They make a loud crack. But with the suppressors on them, they're very nice and quiet. Basically, you don't really hear a whole lot. So they're a lot of fun to shoot, and it's a nice hobby to get into. And you can, with just once you buy all your equipment, of course, you can use a hand pump. They make a special hand pump. It's a high pressure, looks like a bicycle pump, but it's actually a special hand pump for these, because a regular bicycle pump will not pump these up. There's just way too much pressure. Well, I tried that. I got one, and after, I don't know, 10 pumps into it, the gauge didn't even move, and I was done. I said, heck with that. I'm too old. I'm too tired for that nonsense. So I ordered an air compressor. And then there again, it's a special air compressor, because regular air compressors won't pump these up either, because they don't create enough pressure. But you can buy those on Amazon or from different sites, and they'll range anywhere from about $250 on up to probably about $600 or $700 for a nice little compressor. And then, if you're on the go, you can buy a pressurized tank. And this is what I have when I'm out shooting outside, so I don't have to keep running in the house to pump up my guns. These can get quite expensive also. A little outfit like this. This is carbon fiber air compressor, or air tank. It's an air tank, actually. And what you do is you take your compressor and fill this up, and then when you're going out for shooting for the day, you take this with you along with your weapons, and you can fill up your rifles and pistols using this, which is very fast. But you want to kind of fill them a little slow, because that tank will get real hot if you try to fill it too fast. So anyway, that's all I'm going to have for today. And thanks for watching. We appreciate you.